Did you know that the City of Irvine's free bus service, Irvine Connect, just got extended to Northwood? As long as you live along this route, you can get to school and access dozens of parks, shopping centers, and events throughout the city, all without having to drive or deal with parking. So here's a preview of what riding the bus looks like so that you'll be prepared for your next ride. Before you even leave, you have to know what route you need to take. One option is to use Google Maps' built-in trip planner. All you have to do is go to Directions, set your starting location and destination, and press the Public Transport button, and you'll be given information about the stops you'll start and end at, the next departure times, and any transfers you'll need to take. The second option is to use the Transit app, which is also used by OC Bus. This app uses other riders' location data to track your bus's location more accurately, so you might see more accurate departure times. If you set the time you want to arrive, these apps will calculate the time you need to leave your starting point to catch the closest bus, including walking time. Pressing start or go once you're ready to leave will give you live updates and notifications throughout your ride. You'll want to make sure that your clothes aren't too hot before you leave. Sometimes you'll get lucky and your stop will be in the shade, have a bench, maybe even have a shelter, but most of the time it'll just be a pole in the sun. Once you're at the stop, you can track when the next bus arrives using the Passio Go app, which you can find and download from the city's website at irvineconnect.org.
Irvine Connect isn't coordinated to the schedule, so it is absolutely possible for either the bus to pass by while you're still at school, or while you're walking down the hill, you'll see the bus drive by and there's no way to stop it whatsoever.
It shouldn't be that big of a problem if you're using one of the trip planners or you're tracking the buses and you come to the bus stop strategically. But even if you don't, the next bus will probably come in about 20 minutes anyways, so it's not that big of a loss. Make sure you're at a visible spot along the road so that the driver knows to pull over. If you have a bike, you can store it on the rack in front of the bus. Irvine Connect is completely free, so you don't have to pay any fare once you get on. All you have to do is find a seat. There are 3 types of buses in the Irvine Connect fleet, and each one will give a slightly different user experience. The first and most common is the Gillig bus. These are slightly longer and bulkier than the other types, so the interior is a lot more spacious.
It's very comfortable. It's always cold in here. I really like it. It gets really quick to bus station, so yeah.
You get on through the front door, and to signal that you want to get off at the next stop, you pull the cord. Unlike the other bus types, you actually have to get off through this back door so that other people can come in through the front. To do so, you need to wait for this green light to turn on, and the door will either automatically open, or you can push on these yellow bars to open it yourself. The second type is what I call the Socratic bus, because the interior seats are all along the sides of the vehicle like they would be in a Socratic seminar. You can also tell by the outside, which has smoother edges. For those of you concerned with safety, these buses actually come with seatbelts for you to strap in, but importantly, these buses don't have a cord to pull, and to signal your next stop, you have to tell the bus driver verbally.
Next stop, please.
Make sure they heard what you said, and try to get a seat closer to the front of the vehicle so they can hear you more easily. The third type is the shuttle bus. These are a bit boxier, and the interior seats are all facing forward and also come with seatbelts. This model usually has a cord you can pull to signal you want to get off, and you'll either hear a ding and see the stop request sign light up, or hear a bell in the back of the bus go off. Currently, none of the buses have automated stop announcements. That means that you're in charge of getting off at the right time and stop, so pay attention to your surroundings and turn on notifications if you're using a trip planner. It's important to remember that the northern end of the route ends with a counterclockwise loop. So if you live on the eastern side of the loop, then you'll only be able to go one way and not back. It's also important to make sure that you're on the right side of the road so that you don't go on a bus going the opposite direction. For example, I know that this way is facing north. I want to go north, so I'm going to make sure that I'm on the right side of the road here. If I was on the other side of the road over there, then I would be going further south, deeper into Irvine Station, and we don't want that. Oh, if you're like me and you like riding the bus at night, if you come like 30 minutes right before the service ends, then sometimes the buses won't always come on time, so it's not as reliable. So now that you know all you need to know to have a successful Irvine Connect trip, what are some ways you can utilize it?
Me and my friends, we like taking it to Spectrum and stuff because it's convenient and we don't have to like ride our bikes, we don't have to waste charge, and we don't have to ask our parents for a ride or anything. Along the path, there's a lot of stores and stuff. They're located near a lot of centers, schools, and like places like.
I've started using the bus because like my parents won't be able to take me to school because of work. I've been able to get home pretty quickly without like that much trouble.
I recommend to use this bus because it's really easy, it's free, and it's very good.